Hello, Taurus, and welcome to your monthly reading for February 2023. Wow. All right. So I am going to start here by asking about the current energy, and I'm doing this so that we can see if we are connected. So if this part of the reading resonates with you, then you'll know that the rest of the messages are for you. All right. So, and I say that because, sometimes, we connect to different readers at different times. So, just want to make sure that I'm, picking up on your energy here, okay? So you do have the Devil, the Six of Swords, and the Three of Wands, along with tension over here. And, I am going to say, so, sorry, I feel like picking up the book, sorry, just... I want to make sure that I get I get the messages. I don't know. I felt the need to look into this. Yeah. Sorry. The only thing that I have annotated in this part is take this opportunity to build strength and learn to reconcile the conflicts within. Okay. So, okay. Overall, though, yeah, like you might just be facing some tensions over here. Okay. Your body, mind, and spirit, right? Like can be challenged right now. So there might just be, yeah, a lot of conflict that you're facing, or I'm getting tension around something that you want to move away from. Okay. And something that is keeping you bound over here. All right. This is, I love it. It's challenging. There's tension here for sure. But overall, it's hopefulness as well, okay? Because you have the Devil in your material space. That is an energy of things keeping you bound, right? Like you just have like the burning imagery over here. Very, sorry, like just with the burning, and I'm getting like the term burnout as well. Very reminiscent of like work, just things that, I don't know how to say this. Like it doesn't have to be work, right? But like working hard as well, for better or for worse. But I'm getting that there's something that you feel tied to that is causing this tension, something in your material realm. This is an energy of, how do I say this? Like, I mean, it's Capricorn energy, like the Devil energy, right? Like, so I don't know. I'm just getting like that materialistic, like the need to have that material part of your, how do I say this? The need to have material stability might be causing some tension in your life. All right. Like, does that make sense? I hope that message made sense. Okay. So, because why is it causing tension? Because you feel bound to something that you want to move away from. Okay. Like, and I love how this, like, the progression over here, right? Of like, I feel like your mind is going to be what frees you. And I love this. Because your heart space is ready to move behind, right? Like your heart space, I love how she, like, they're sailing away from this tension, this binding, like this fire over here. They're leaving behind the rocky waters in search of greener pastures over here, right? Like they're trying to figure out, hey, what's good for me, what's out there for me, right? I don't want to deal with these rocky waters anymore. I want to go and head into smooth sailing. Like I don't care what's on the other side. I'm gonna go out there and explore, is what the Three of Wands is saying, right? So I am getting that you are making the decision to move on. And your mind is like ready. Your mind is exploring. You might already be looking at different options to problem solve, to resolve the tension that you're facing over here, right? Or the things that are bringing you challenges. But the Three of Wands wants to explore. It wants to see what's out there, right? Like there's just like this energy of wanting more, looking for more, and acting on it, right? Like you are going to get ready to kind of act on these things, is what I'm getting, because the Six of Swords is just moving on. Well, the Three of Wands is, it's exploring, because it is the Wand energy. I'm getting some of you might be exploring, things that are making you feel passionate again, things that are making you feel creative, right? Or creative pursuits, passionate, like projects, like, or I don't know, like just you're looking to the stars, right? Some of you maybe literally, I don't know. But I don't know. Sorry. And just you know, I don't know, I'm almost getting like a make-a-wish energy as well over here with this Three of Wands, right? But I'm getting that you are going to be putting in the work, right? It's not like you're just sitting there and thinking, right? It's like you're like, okay, I need to climb another ladder to get out of here. I need to sail to get out of here. All right, I'm going to do what needs to get done, all right? So, I mean, I don't know. I think like that's wonderful energy. It's just like energy of, you know, hey, life can bring you some hard times. Life can bring you some tension over here, but you are problem solving, all right, this month, or you have been, right? So let's see what this month, what else this month has for you over here, okay? So what does February have going on for Taurus here? What does February have going on for Taurus? All right, so you do have the Seven of Cups, you have the Nine of Wands, and you have a Judgment. All right, you have the King of Wands, you have the Ten of Wands, and you have the Knight of Coins. All right, so sorry, I'm not laughing at you, I'm laughing at myself, okay? I'm sorry. Just because I was like, Nine of Wands, interesting. I wonder if it's, you know, put your guards up or put your guards down. Like that was the like the thought that my brain had, you know, as I saw this card. And then just to kind of clarify that, we get the Ten of Wands on top of the Nine of Wands reverse, which is all about like kind of asking for support. So the answer to my question and yours, or I don't know if it's your question, right? But like something a message that I'm getting for you is this need to kind of lower your boundaries and ask for support when needed, okay? Especially with things that are causing you emotional distress, or things that are causing you, that you feel like might be taking up a lot of emotional labor, right? Because you do have the Eight of Coins over here, which is also Taurian energy. So, you know, I am getting, you know, it's like your own energy upside down, right? So like you might be feeling really frustrated, you might be feeling really out of sorts and topsy-turvy, you know, over here. But you know, like you might feel, what I'm getting is frustrated with all the work that you are putting into things, okay? For some of you, it could literally be work, just like your physical workspace that's causing you stress. But for others, it could just be like the work that you're putting into things and not seeing the results yet, right? It's like, okay, like I've been working so hard. When do I get to reap the benefits of what I worked so hard for? And I'm sorry. I hate to like you know, okay, I'm just gonna say it. Like February is just, there's still a little bit of work left to do, okay? But for those of you that are frustrated, you know, I am seeing, you know, like reach out to people for support over here, you know. Make sure that you're assessing all your options, okay? You know, with the Seven of Cups over here, in your, like, it's like your internal, but you know how you're relating, like, you know, with the material realm, is like you have been looking at your different options, okay? I'm getting that you're thinking about the different things that you can do, the different venues that you can take. You're over here, right? Like in this explorative energy. So it's more of that, right? It's like you're putting your feelings into the situation, as far as like you're thinking about your passions and you're thinking about what's going to make you feel good, right? But like all these options can bring in some good news, some bad news, some ugly news, right? Or not news, right? But like you know, the options, you know, what I'm getting is like you win some, you lose some, right? Like that's the message here, right? So you've been assessing that, you've been like kind of narrowing down, or you're like working on narrowing down your options. You're trying to figure out, you know, which is the cup that I'm gonna choose here, right? I'm also getting like, where are you gonna take the where are you gonna take the least amount of losses over here, right? But you are like, you know, kind of, I'm getting that like you're starting to figure it out, right? Like you're starting to narrow it down. Maybe you've been exploring over here, but you're kind of getting to the point where you're like, okay, you know what? Like this is what I need to do. This is what's gonna make me feel good over here, you know? You're not quite acting on it yet. I am getting that whatever you are choosing though is something that's gonna make you just like feel good in the passionate and creative realm, okay? Because you do have the King of Wands over here as how you are relating to those like the like the external world over here, so I am getting that, you are not worried, right? But like whatever it is that you're heading toward to, in this Three of Wands, Seven of Cups, like energy over here, there's a lot of, yeah, there's a lot of one, two, three, four of these cards are wands. So I'm just really getting this focus on your creative side, really, or passionate side, like yeah, like this month, like that's gonna be in the forefront of your mind. Like you're really thinking about like what makes me feel good, right? Like that's what I want to head toward. um but like you're not quite acting on it, right? Because like the King of Wands, it's an executor, it gets things done, right? Like it's charging toward this, like toward the sun, toward the brightness, right? But you're not quite doing that yet. All right. For some of you, I am getting, because this is how you're relating to the outside world, just like a side message, being careful as to because the shadow side of the King of Wands can be, kind of being like a little too demanding, or a little kind of callous, or a little like, I don't know, so like I'm getting the word like tyrant, right? Not that you are a tyrant, right? But just, kind of be careful about how you're relating to the outside world as well, especially because I'm getting that some of you, not only like should you be asking for help, but it's like you should be like accepting help, and like you might need some help to get some things off the ground, okay? Like that is just the message that I'm getting over here as well. All right. With Judgment, like you have a new version of yourself coming. All right. Is it coming right now? No, probably not February, but it's coming. All right. This awakening, you're going to see the light. You're going to start heading toward the sun over here. You're going to like choose your cup and charge forward toward it, and this enlightenment, this new version of you, like this release of the things that no longer serve you, this release of the frustrations, this release of the things that bound you, like they're going to be long gone, and it's gonna start with the mental, like, I don't know, it could be like a spiritual awakening that you're having. We all have plenty in our lifetimes. You could be having a spiritual awakening, like mental, a change of mind is also what I'm getting, right? Like, or like your mentality shifting, like the way that you understand the world around you is gonna be shifting as well, okay? So like there is this new version of you waking up again, right? But it's still a little bit, it's in the works. All right, like that's what I'm getting, right? Like this month it's in the works, okay? With the Knight of Coins over here in your, this is how you're relating. All right, what I'm getting is slow and steady, all right? But also like make sure that you're not stagnating. Does that make sense? Right? So the Knight of Coins, that's another Taurus energy actually. So you're showing up a lot over here, but the Knight of Coins is yeah, so there's just a lot of finding yourself. Sorry, I love it. Yes, yes, yes. Cool. Sorry. But the Knight of Coins, it charges forward with something real, right? The Knights are all an energy of, getting things started, getting things going. And I love the Knight of Pentacles or coins over here because it comes with like real gifts. So you're thinking about how to make things real, right? Because this is in your mental space over here. So you're like, okay, I want to follow these passions. I want to explore these things. I want to move on. I want to leave behind what doesn't serve me. But how do I actually make it real? What am I going to need to make it happen, right? So I'm getting like this assessing of resources, what it actually is that you need to take the first steps. But be careful that you are not stagnating, right? It's like just because you're working, be careful that you're not confusing. What I'm getting is like that you're not confusing working slowly and at your own pace with inaction, right? So it's like just thinking about it isn't enough. You actually need to do things about it, so make sure that you're kind of careful about balancing that energy, right? Like, like if you, does that make sense? Right? I'm just getting like little steps, okay? But like little real steps, bring them into fruition, bring them into your material realm, because I'm just getting a lot of inaction right now, right? So I hope that makes sense. Yeah, with over here, with your advice, I'm getting like also for some of you, like there's, I don't know, like make sure that you're working smart. Okay. That's the message that I'm getting with the Eight of Coins over here. All right. So work smarter, not harder is something, make sure that, the work that you're putting into whatever it is that you're doing, that you're balancing that, that you're not like overworking just for the sake of overworking, really think about what you're getting out of the work that you're putting into whatever it is that you're putting, right? So like whether it's like the work that you do for a living, or the work that you want to do toward your passions, or the work that you're doing to resolving tensions, you know, whatever it is, you know, make sure that, you know, you're assessing whether like it's bringing you, right? Like you're getting what you put into it. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense, right? I'm just getting like this, you know, overworked, overstressed, but like not really having anything to show for it energy, right? So like you want to make sure that you're assessing that over here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pull a couple of cards from the little yellow deck over here and see if there's any additional messages for you. Okay, I think I'm just going to... What am I going to do? I need to figure out a better way to shuffle these. That's why I forgot. That's why I like... Sometimes they pop up and sometimes they don't. I'm going to just shake them up. All right, let's see what happens. All right, you have recovery, changes, steady, listen, and I'm gonna pull a couple more. Slow down and rest. Okay, all right, yeah, all right. So with the rest and recovery, okay, some of you might need like back to this whole what's binding you, right? Like there's something in your material space over here, in your material realm that's keeping you sorry, I can't think of another word other than bound, right? Like keeping you tied up, keeping you, you know, like just busy, right? So like there might be this need for you to like detach from that, okay? Have a period of rest and recovery from the things that are, you know, causing you more harm than good, right? Like back to this assessing, you know, like the work that you're putting into things over here, all right? Like you do have changes coming, okay? But like, listen, I'm getting listen to whoever's asking you for, not asking you, sorry, like whoever's offering you support, okay? Listen, you know, listen for news, listen for information, okay? You know, like the changes over here, like they're coming. I'm also getting like that you need changes to this whole 10 of Wands energy, which is about, you know, feeling overburdened, feeling stressed, but not putting yourself out there, right? Like being willing to ask for support when you need it. I'm getting that needs to change as well, okay? With steady, it's just that energy that we were talking about earlier, you know, with the Knight of coins, sorry, with the Knight of Coins of, you know, slow and steady wins the race, but like make sure that you are moving steadily, okay? Like don't confuse it with stagnation, okay? And with slow down, you know, interesting, I don't know, yeah, slow and steady wins the race. That's really what it is, right? Like you're not going to be charging forward into this new thing. I'm getting like that you're planning for it, you're kind of slowing, I'm getting really slowing down with the things that are, you know, hurting you over here, like whatever it is in your like physical space, okay? I'm getting like you just need to like, I mean, work on your recovery, right? I don't know. Yeah. So you know, I feel the need to pull from this, okay? I didn't do this for like everybody, but I do feel the need to pull from the little self-care deck. Okay. All right, we have remember that, 11 which is like justice energy over here. Remember that really bad embarrassing thing you did. It's like, oh, you're not that person anymore. Okay, yeah, so just like an energy of growth over here. All right, bringing balance into the situation with the 11 energy, okay? For light a candle, I don't know, for some of you fire might be important. I'm also getting in touch with your root chakra for some of you, okay? And then trying something new. Yeah, okay, so maybe like as you're exploring, as you're kind of heading over here, you know, before you make the new changes, I'm getting trying like new little things, new little changes, right, that are gonna prepare you for the bigger changes that are coming your way. All right, just to kind of get you in that energy over here. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and ask pull a card, sorry, from the Beyond Lemuria Oracle, just to ask about any other messages that you need to hear this month. So what does Taurus need to hear this month? What does Taurus need to hear February 2023? All right, and then you have water, the overflow, okay? The number 12 is here. Let me find the book. All right, so you have abundance, financial and energetic gifts to flow, allowing financial and energetic gifts to flow. Okay, so I am looking for the, oh, isn't there like a divinatory meaning? Oh, I guess not for this part. Okay, so I'm just gonna read. Okay. Okay, I guess I'll read you about the picture. Okay, well, the themes are allowing for flow, receptivity, the path of least resistance. Okay, sorry, purity. Sorry, I got like path of least resistance. I don't know. I'm sorry. I got like lean with it, roll with it. I'm sorry. Purity, clearing away that which no longer serves, and emotion. Okay. So I'll just tell you, I'll read you a little bit from what the author wrote about the image. Okay. The being in the picture has many hands and yet still, the water is allowed to fall through her fingers. It blesses her in the moments. It touches her radiant skin and continues on its journey. Her heart is also overflowing with love. Her eyes are filled with tears. She allows what comes through to move her without control. She gracefully allows whatever she is feeling to be expressed. And as she does so, she radiates so much light into the world. All right. So, all I'm going to say, my 2 cents, I'm so sorry that I'm ruining this beautiful imagery here. But, hey, like allow your gifts to flow through you, okay? Some of you might be like exploring some gifts over here, right? Or like there's this need for you to like recognize the gifts within you, okay? So, and allow those to, I'm getting like to give to you, okay? Like it's weird, like your gifts are giving back to you. That's the message that I got. I don't know, I sound silly, but take it or leave it. All right. So, Taurus, thank you so much for being here. If anything resonated, I would love to hear from you. You can let me know in the form of a like or a comment. I appreciate any feedback. Thank you so much for your time. Have a wonderful February, preparing for these great things that are trying, like, that are gonna come and find you, right? Like they will find you here. All right. Thank you so much, and hope to see you again.